What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Immense Geeks. Back at it with another video, and today we're doing yet another toxic tier list ranking. And today we're going to be doing a tier list ranking of all the Thunderbolts from the worst to the best in tier list form. And of course, I'm talking about the ones that were in the most recent movie. But before we get into actual beginning of the video, what's up, guys? Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number one, is absolutely free. Number two, also maybe help the YouTube algorithm recommend the video to more people, and maybe they could join that toxic fan. And do feel free to comment your list down below. But with that being said, guys, let's get right into and before we get right into let's get into the tiers, and I also have to make a caveat about the video for a second as well. But here are the tiers. So we have, you are the Thunderbolts, meaning you are the primary member, or one of the primary members, you are a perfect character that was used perfectly in this film. Thunder cracking means they're a great character. They're a great character. There's just a minor flaw holding them back from becoming, you are the Thunderbolts. Toxic goodness means they were good. They were a solid addition to the team, and I liked what they did. Decent means I liked how they were used, but I still had some issues with how they were used. Okay is overall a mixed bag. I didn't know necessarily how to feel about them. And then toxic trash means dumpster fire, the worst of the Thunderbolts. And here's my little caveat. I'm going to be basing this on how they were used in the film, but I will admit, I'm not going to get into spoilers here, even though that's going to be impossible to talk about, but it is what it is. But I'm going to be spoiler-free, and I'm going to just talk about how they were used in the film and how I enjoyed them. So, but if I do go into spoiler territory, I will say in advance, this is going to be spoiler warning, by the way, for a few minutes or a few seconds, or I'll just place it on screen while I'm talking about it. Anyways, but first off, we have Yelena, which, I'm not basing this on how good of a character they are in the whole entire MCU from, when they were getting introduced. I'm just basing on them on how they were used in the film. And without a shadow of doubt, Yelena is, you are the Thunderbolts. She is probably the heart and soul of this team. I think Florence Pugh does great in the role, and she was one of the standouts of Black Widow. And I think she's another standout right here. She's kind of the leader of the team, and kind of basically the main character of the movie, really. Florence Pugh does a great job, as I said before. And also the things she goes through in this film, where she flashes back to, I found really, compelling for the movie, and really dark especially for an MCU movie. So I loved what they did with her character in this one. So without a shadow of doubt, she is, you are the Thunderbolts. Next up, we got Bucky. And for example, this is a good example. If we were just talking about how they were used in the MCU, Bucky's easily a you are the Thunderbolts or thunder cracking. But as for this film, I'm gonna put him at indecent. I liked a lot his later stuff in the film. However, early on in the beginning of the film, we see it all in the trailers, he's mostly a part of the court cases and stuff. So he's kind of got a job now and stuff. So part of me doesn't like that they're doing that with Bucky, but eventually he does come to his senses and thinking, yeah, this is boring, I don't want to do this. So yeah, I'm gonna put him in decent. I liked how they used him later on in the film. So he's kind of the second leader, if you will, I guess. Next up, we got Ghost. And I thought she was okay in Ant-Man and the Wasp, but in this one, actually, I think, she's a decent character. I like her now, overall, more than I did in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I will admit, she's probably out of besides another character, I'll say she's probably the one that doesn't stand out the most upon the group, but she also does kind of stand out because she's the only one of the group that really has powers. All the other ones are super soldiers or just punch and shoot, in the words of Yelena. So, but really good performance in here by forgive me, I don't know what the actress's name was, but she does deliver a good performance in here. And I like what they're doing in the right direction with her character. So I'll put her in decent. Next up, we got Red Guardian. The Red Guardian. Alexei Shostakov. I'm pretty sure that's what his real name is. I remember him saying that. Something along those lines. Talk goodness. Same thing with Yelena as well. He was one of the scene stealers in Black Widow. And he's a scene stealer here too. And he's very, self-aware of how goofy he is. So David Harbour also does great in the role. Can't wait to see what they do with him in the future as well. Like his character quite a bit. Next up, we got Taskmaster. Even if we were just basing this off of overall them as characters, how they were used in the whole entire MCU, yeah, Taskmaster would still go there. Because I was not a fan of the whole entire twist reveal they did with her in Black Widow. I thought it was completely lame. But in this one, they don't really do anything to change that. She's basically just the same exact character from Black Widow. They don't change anything about her and no character development whatsoever. So, yep, I'm putting her there. Next up, we got U.S. Agent, and I'm putting him in Thunder Cracking. And he, for me, is probably, I'd say, tied with another character, which we'll eventually get to, for probably the second best Thunderbolt of the whole entire movie. I like the things that they're exploring with his character as well, where he's trying to make a name for himself again since Falcon and Winter Soldier. I cannot speak. I do that all the time now because Sam's the new Captain America of the MCU. So, but anyways, as I was saying before, he's been trying to redeem himself as U.S. agent since he lost the Captain America title, and he continues to do it here today. I cannot speak. Wyatt Russell does a really good job in the role, and he's a likable jerk in this movie. He's a very likable dude. So, yes, I'm putting him in Thunder Cracking. Next up, we got Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. I'm pretty sure that's her full name, right? She's okay to me. She does have Julia something Dreyfus playing the role, which I think that makes her stand out a little bit more because she has her playing her, and she's obviously very memorable from Seinfeld. And in here, she does good too. It's just the character just comes off as a ripoff of Amanda Waller for me. There's one little flashback sequence that she has in this film that I thought overall was quite interesting. But other than that, yeah, she just comes across as a ripoff Amanda Waller. And next up, last but certainly not least, we have Bob. And Bob, without a shadow of a doubt, goes into... No, sorry. Go down. Okay. Why is it doing that? Hold on. Thunder Cracking. He's tied with the U.S. Agent for me for the second best Thunderbolts of the whole entire movie. Lewis Pullman does a great job in the role as well, adding a very likable charm to his character, where whenever he's on screen you can't help but smile because he's a very, very nice and like sweet type character. Also, when it's no spoilers here, but when it's revealed later on in the film who he actually is, which I already knew from the trailers, but I think they used him quite well in that regard as well, especially for the final act of the whole entire movie. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is just my tier list. Be sure to let me know your list down below. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next one, everybody. Peace.